This is Sholo Ford's presentation of high school basketball on iTalk 106.7 FM and iTalk1067.com. Also brought to you in part by Northland Pioneer College, Ace Hardware of the White Mountains, Beamer's Glass, Mountain Mobile Auto Glass and Tint, Summit Healthcare Regional Medical Center, Horn Auto Center, Honda Ski and Outdoor Sports, and Comfort Fit Dentures. And now, Sholo Ford presents high school basketball on iTalk 106.7 and worldwide on iTalk1067.com.
Welcome, everybody. Sholo Ford's presentation of high school basketball on iTalk1067.com and on our radio tonight on iTalk 106.7 as we get set to bring you the Snowflake Lobos hosting the Holbrook ROADRUNNERS. I'm Aaron Hewish. I'm joined tonight by Joe Clare as we get set for a pretty good matchup. As first we go to our Summit Healthcare Injury Report. Coach Delmar Johnson was able to visit with Mr. Clare before the game and give us a shot at what he said.
Yeah, he's got some sickness running through Holbrook and lost 3 to 4 kids tonight. He didn't give me specifically which ones, but we're diving through that, and so he's a little short-handed tonight, but you know Delmar, he doesn't make any excuses.
And Delmar he's one of my favorite coaches to watch, and for the Lobos, as far as we know, we're both healthy and rear and ready to go.
Yeah, everyone's healthy. I know in the flag tournament they had a couple guys go down with ankle injuries, but they seem to be doing really well and are out there tonight.
Well, that's going to take us through our Summit Healthcare Injury Report. Next, we have our Ace Hardware keys of the game. Anytime you need a key made, day or night, any day of the week, any hour of the day or night, Ace Hardware, Pine Top, Overguard, and Sholo. Ace Hardware with our keys of the game. Now, Joe, I would say that the keys of the game are dribbling, passing, shooting, and not turning the dang ball over.
Yes, exactly, and it's going to be a key for both teams. I think more so for Snowflake. They're still trying to find their footing of who all is going to be their scoring and who all is going to be their ball handling, and they need to play together as a team tonight and see if they can get that done.
Well, folks, we're going to go ahead and take a break here and come back and bring you this game. This has been our Ace Hardware keys of the game and our Summit Healthcare Injury Report. This is Sholo Ford's presentation of high school basketball on iTalk1067.com.
You have a vision, a brand.
Want the best deal on your new car, truck, van, or SUV? Go to Sholo Ford. Sholo Ford has the best deals. Not only does Sholo Ford sell the #1 truck in America, Guy Hatch guarantees you won't find a better deal on that truck anywhere else. Sholo Ford sells the best at the best price. Sholo Ford on the east end of the Deuce and at SholoFord.com.
You have a vision, a brand to build, a message to share. You need signs that turn heads, apparel that makes a statement, banners that grab attention, and business cards to leave a lasting impression. Your success starts with the right tools. That's where we come in. Allegra Sholo brings your ideas to life with custom designs and top quality products, helping you stand out and grow your brand. Let's make something amazing together. Call Allegra Sholo today.
For years, he's battled the toughest opponent of his life.
He's down!
But today, with Dr. Arnault and Comfort Fit Dentures, the fight changes. With Comfort Fit Dentures and Sholo, you can taste the victory. With free exams and x-rays, an in-house lab, and payment plans starting at just $110 a month, Comfort Fit makes it easy to claim victory. Call today for your free exam and x-rays.
You've been there, waiting forever at the gas station for the guy to free up so he can fill up your propane tank. Or worse, when the only qualified propane technician decided to stay home that day. Yep, you've been there and I have too. That's why now I get my propane from Ace Hardware every time. You get Ace Hardware's world-famous customer service when you stop in for propane. That's right, you get in, you get out, and you get a great deal on propane and everything else. From Ace Hardware at their locations in Pine Top and Heber. Ace Hardware is proud to support White Mountain Sports.
Want the best deal on your new car, truck, van, or SUV? Go to Sholo Ford. Sholo Ford has the best deals. Not only does Sholo Ford sell the #1 truck in America, Guy Hatch guarantees You won't find a better deal on that truck anywhere else. Sholo Ford sells the best at the best price. Sholo Ford on the east end of the Deuce and at sholoford.com.
For the visiting Roadrunners.
What? No. Maybe when my kids are done playing. You know how that is.
We're trying to locate the book.
Yeah. I bet that's fun. Love it. That's awesome.
Starting tonight for the Roadrunners.
Have you guys heard
Number
from
3,
Spence at
A. Nelson.
Is he going to come back or no?
Starting out for the Roadrunners, number 5, B. Talaman. Starting for the Roadrunners, number 11, M. Rico. Starting for the Roadrunners, number 23, T. Bia. And starting now for the Roadrunners, number 42, J. Castile. And now the starting lineup for your Snowflake Lobos.
Going to Phoenix because you can't stand the Flagstaff crew, right? That's awesome.
Starting out for the Lobos, number 0, Landon Clare. Starting for the Lobos, number 3, Angelo Martinez. Starting for the Lobos, number 5, Gian Jones. Starting for the Lobos, number 14, Jaron Woodside. And starting for the Lobos, number 20, Jet Udall. Welcome back, folks. Shola Ford's presentation of high school basketball on italk1067.com as we set to start off this game as we look for a pretty even game tonight coming through for both of these teams.
Do you have 42's name?
We're trying to pick up, we're having some confusion on the roster here, but I think his name is Ja Castile. Ja, J-A-H Castile, and that's from the JV game from what I remember. Give me a second, folks, to learn some of these young men's names for the Roadrunners because I don't actually know them extremely well as we get started. And number 5, that's going to be our Northland Pioneer College tip-off as we go straight to a foul. Northland Pioneer College, when it comes time to tip off your college education, tip it off the college with the lowest tuition in the state. That's Northland Pioneer College, locations in Navajo and Apache County. Northland Pioneer College.
Yeah, just a nice take there by Keith Thompson, and just a tough foul to start the game there for Jaron Woodside. He's had a little trouble throughout the first part of the season, staying out of foul trouble.
And Joe, has he been, his first free throw is missed, 0-0, 7:48 left here in the first. Is this, I noticed he wasn't, he hasn't been a consistent starter, or has he this year?
He has this year. He's started every game so far this year, doing pretty well for them.
As the next free throw is good, as we're going to have Claire over on the far side. Claire guarded by Talaman. Over now, I believe that's Udall to Martinez, and we're going to get a whistle, we're going to get a foul. And that's going to be a blocking foul on Woodside as he's going to be called for it, and that's going to go the other way, and that's going to be the second team foul on the Lobos, 1-0 early on in this game.
And second foul on Jaron, so he's going to be out of the game. As you can see on that illegal screen, he kind of squatted down and extended. You can't do that. You got to stay within your frame of your body.
And, you know, I don't want to talk too much about it, but the officials they've sent us tonight they do a very good job. They know the rules. They work at their craft pretty well. As you know, the game's going to be called about as close and as fair as it can be, as there's a miss by the Roadrunners. Now here come the Lobos. Jones over to Claire. Claire brings it over the time stripe on the pass from Jones. Now Claire's in the middle of the court, brings it over on the near side. He finds Martinez. Martinez over to Udall, inside to Jones. Jones posting up. That's Bia, Travis Bia. Jones goes in, puts it up. That's going to be no good as There's a fight for the rebound. We're going to whistle, we're going to foul, and that's Jock Castile, as well as Jacob Leduc checking in for the Lobos.
Two good shots there by Gian. Wasn't able to get him one to fall, but nice rebound there by Jacob and tied it up at Snowflake ball.
Well, Joe, early on in this game, one of the things that I've got to see is that there's got to be some momentum established. Jet Udall puts it up for 2 points as he's going to get
that was actually a three-pointer, yep.
Oh, they're going to call that a Comfort Fit Dentures three-pointer, 3-1 Lobos, 6 minutes and 37 seconds left. Inside is the Castile, no good rebound, Leduc. Leduc over to Udall, Udall in front to Jones. Jones takes a little bit too much of a step. He had his bags packed, he had his passport, he was at the terminal, and he traveled.
Yes, he did. Just one too many steps, and Holbrook's doing a really nice job taking away that sideline pass. They're getting in front of him, so Snowflake's going to have to adjust.
Now, one of the things, Joe, is I like basketball, I like the game, I understand the rules, I don't understand the concept. So explain in a little more depth what you're talking about there.
Yeah, so Snowflake's trying to get the ball up the court really fast, so they run someone down the sideline to hit it early, and Holbrook's getting a defender to step in front of them so they can't catch and just run.
As there's going to be a three-point shot, and the three-point shot's going to be by Talaman. As we're going to whistle, we're going to get a jump ball, and that jump ball is going to go back to the Roadrunners, and we're set to bring in Rico with the rebound. As point scorers, we have the 3 points by Udall, and we have the lone scorer is Bia for the Roadrunners.
Yep, one free throw, 3-1. Nice defense there by Jacob Leduc, knocking the ball out of bounds. But on that play, it's always better that jump stop, little jumper in the key is something that's kind of gone away from the game that Jet would have been good to do there.
As that's going to be number 3, Nelson, and Nelson's going to drive and tie this game up. 5 minutes and 40 seconds left. And it's 3-3, both teams knotted as Martinez brings the ball down for the Lobos. Martinez feeds it into Jones. Jones back out to Jacob Leduc. Martinez left right now. Martinez looks to travel. Martinez puts it up. That's going to be no good. Rebound is going to be by number 23 of the Roadrunners. That is Travis Bia. Now sends it forward to Talaman. Talaman now brings it back out over on the far side. Sends it over to Rico. Rico now to Nelson. Nelson feeds it inside to Jock Castile, and that's going to be out of bounds. The freshman loses it out of bounds now. Joe, the last time we saw these Lobos was against Page. Kind of a lopsided game. And at that point, we hadn't had too much time the Lobos had from football season. And Jacob Leduc looked like he was still in football mode. He looks much better tonight. Talk about, as you've watched him the last couple weeks, what it's done to transition that football to that basketball game for him.
Yeah, I think the Flagstaff tournament was huge for him. He got a lot of playing time against some really athletic teams that got up and down the floor, and man, basketball's just a different beast. I know he's used to running around as the quarterback and stuff, but he just needed to get in shape, and he's not there yet, but he is much better to where he was at. Camera guy needed to move from right underneath the basket.
Oh, that's why. Yeah, I saw that. As Udall's first free throw is good, that gives the Lobos a little bit of a lead. That's 4-3, 4 minutes and 58 seconds left. Sorry, folks, I had to get my notes here. As Udall's second free throw goes up, and it is good.
So right now it's Jet Udall 5 and Holbrook 3. So that's where we're beginning this game.
As number 32, Vicente, is in the game, he loses it, but it's going to be rebounded by Leduc, but Leduc's going to throw it forward and have it intercepted by Rico, as now sends it out to Vicente. Vicente inside to number 23, Travis Bia. 2 points, this game is tied.
Yeah, just up and down. Once again, Aaron, exactly what we talked about. Turnovers are going to affect this game, and Snowflake had a bad one on that possession.
As Jones is going to drive, there's going to be a little body check and a push. And Joe, I don't know if this year, if that's the point of emphasis by these officials, is some hand check, because we saw it a couple times in the JV game, but I've noticed it's being called a lot closer, especially that hand check, but obviously the body check.
So I did watch the winter meetings with the officials, and it was huge on the talking points.
Interesting. As Lobos go up, it goes no good. Leduc gets the rebound, and it goes back out. Now it ends up in the hands of Talaman for the Roadrunners. As Talaman's forward, now it ends up back in the hands of Nelson. Three-pointer over on the far side, Air ball, Jones with the rebound. As I think that was Vicente threw it up. Long court, air ball. We're going to get a timeout. We're going to go ahead and take it to Shola Ford's presentation of high school basketball on italk1067.com.
Want to go skiing or snowboarding? Visit our friendly Honda Outdoor Sports. We offer skis, snowboards, and helmet rentals, custom footbeds, ski and snowboard repairs, as well as retail shopping for your snow gear, goggles, beanies, snow tubing, and even ice fishing supplies. We have all you need to prepare you for the outdoors. We welcome you to Honda Outdoor Sports, located 1 mile west of the casino.
Welcome back to Shola Ford's presentation of high school basketball on italk1067.com. We'd like to thank our sponsor, Shola Ford, Summit Regional Medical Center, Ace Hardware, Honda Ski and Outdoor, Northland Pioneer College, Horn Auto Center, Summit Regional Medical Center, Comfort Fit Dentures, Mountain Mobile Auto Glass, Allegra of Sholo, as well as Deemer's Glasses. We get a whistle, we get a foul. After the steal, Manny Rico is going to be whistled for the foul, and it's going to be Lobo ball over at the 28-foot line. 5-5, 3 minutes and 58 seconds left. And, Joe, this game is, I blinked and we're 4 minutes into it.
Yeah, 4 minutes into it, and that was exactly what we just talked about. Number 11 was beat and put both hands on him, and that's a hand check.
Who does a quick game favor?
I think it favors some of Snowflake and all of Holbrook. I would like to see Snowflake run their offense and use some hard screens to get in their sets.
As Jacob Leduc throws that ball up and it goes through, as we're going to have a drive by the Roadrunners. That's Braylon Talaman. He puts it up, and that is good. That is good for 2 points. Is forward by Clare over to Jones. Jones out to top the key. He sends it back to Landon Clare. Landon Clare, the senior, wearing number 04. The Snowflake Lotos. Landon goes right, goes left. Now he's guarded closely by Nelson. He sends it to Martinez. Martinez tries to drive. Back out to Landon Clare, top of the key to Jacob Leduc. Inside to Udall. Udall out to Jones. 1 second, 10 seconds left on the shot clock. I saw 0-1, no good. Lobos 7-7, 3 minutes left in this game. Now, earlier as we got Holbrook going here, earlier you mentioned something about Holbrook having that defender off on that fast break. Now, one thing we mentioned about that is that's Coach Johnson having done what he does for a lot of years and knowing what these Snowflake Lobos do.
Well, knowing what he's doing, and also he's coached against Andy Wood, who's an assistant for Snowflake for a long time, and he's coached against Snowflake, so just knowing. But Jacob Leduc right there with a nice pass.
Leduc up for two. Ball back to the Roadrunners. Rico now over to Talaman. Talaman left, right, over to 3, Nelson. Nelson, now he's going to get bumped by Clare, and we're going to have a blocking foul on Landon Clare, and that's kind of wrong place at the wrong time. As Liam Brewer's going to check in. Liam Brewer's going to put Udall down for a little bit, as Guerrero is going to check in for the Roadrunners. Inbound to the Roadrunners. I appreciate Mr. Clare on short notice joining me on this broadcast tonight. We appreciate him and all he's done for the athletic programs here at the Snowflake High School and actually all of the White Mountains. As Nelson drives back to, I believe that's Vicente. Inside, and that's going to go from the hands of Nelson inside to number 23, Travis Bia. Now, Travis Bia last year was a little bit of a force for the Roadrunners, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, he played well last year and was able to really do some really good things, and he's just in the right place all the time.
Well, the one that I remember last year that was kind of, as we get a whistle and we get a foul, and they're going to call that foul on number 10. That's going to be on Rico, and that's going to be his first personal. That's, however, going to be the fourth team, as Claire is going to go to the line. And I don't want to give the broadcaster's curse to Claire, but dang it, I thought it and it happened, is the Lobos have to make their free throws. Holbrook seems pretty good, but it just seems to be like sometimes there's that lid on the basket, and everyone they throw up just rims around that lid. As the second free throw, and Joe, I got to apologize to Landon, because that's a broadcaster's curse I just put on him. Not only did he didn't get it anywhere near the rim, and that's unfortunate. Ball back to the Roadrunners.
There's no excuse there for that. That's just bad mental stability there. He's got to do better and hit those free throws.
Ball goes out to number 3. That's Nelson at the top of the key. Inside to number 23, Travis Bia. And one of the players, Joe, that I see that they're missing this year is they've lost Brandon Tapaha. And he was an incredible fundamental basketball player. As Landon Clare hits a 2-point shot just inside the arc. Wanted that Comfort Fit Dentures 3-pointer, but now he ties it up. 11-11, 1 minute and 12 seconds left here in the first quarter.
Yeah, was able to find that distance, just not the free throw.
As Guerrero puts up a long three-pointer, no good. Rebound is by Jacob Leduc. To Jones, to Claire. Now Claire goes left, he goes right, finds Liam Brewer open. Brewer good, 2 points. Jump shot, Liam Brewer, Snowflake Lobos. Ball forward, long court pass. The long court pass intended for Bia. Leduc was right there, and it's going to be a whistle, and it's going to be out of bounds, and that's going to belong back to the Snowflake Lobos.
We're going to get a sub. I think Christian Smith just came in. And I believe number 10 for Holbrook is Guerrero, and number 11 is Rico, is what I have down.
Oh, I think you are correct. I apologize to those young men. I will get it right. Martinez out to Brewer. Brewer looks. Now Brewer throws it into Jones, and that is knocked away by Talaman. Holbrook's going to control the ball, and we're going to get a whistle, and we're going to get that. And Joe, it almost seems like they're calling it tight and not letting him play, but this is the point of emphasis that the officials have been told.
Well, and to be honest, I don't necessarily believe that that's not letting them play. That's just a dumb foul. That's what they did in Flagstaff, and we're getting in a lot of foul trouble. Gion's just got to live to fight another day and run back on defense.
3-point shot attempted by Guerrero, and that is no good, and it's going to roll out of bounds, and it's going to stay with the Roadrunners. And I think, I don't know basketball as the fundamentals, but I've been told you play with your feet, not with your hands.
Yeah.
And obviously you can play with your feet, but you can't play with your body. So what is it?
Well, you're supposed to be able to play with your body, but if they have the drive and the body knocks them off of their placement, then it's a foul on you as well.
Well, I got to say, I appreciate that, and I appreciate the consistency of it. As Brewer's over on the far side for the Lobos. Brewer hooked by one of the Holbrook defenders. Now he puts it inside to Jones. Jones puts it up for 2, 15-11, 6 seconds, 5 seconds, 4 seconds. As Holbrook comes down, over to Guerrero. Guerrero puts up a 3-point shot, no good. We're going to go ahead and take a break, folks. This is Shola Ford's presentation of high school basketball on iTalk 106.7 and worldwide on iTalk1067.com.
Mountain Mobile Auto Glass and Tint is giving you a chance to win premium tickets to the National Finals Rodeo in Las Vegas. Win 2 tickets, a stay at the MGM Grand, and $1,000 cash. Every customer gets an entry. Insured customers get 2 dinners at Los Corrales and 2 movie tickets. Call Mountain Mobile Auto Glass and Tint, and you could be headed to the National Finals Rodeo.
536-5972. Mountain Mobile Auto Glass, cash back to you. Woohoo!
When you think glass, think Deemer's Glass in Lakeside. Deemer's Glass offers the best selection of quality glass with affordable prices. They do full home window packages, replacement windows, custom shower doors and enclosures, custom mirrors in many shapes, styles, and colors, glass doors and hardware, commercial glass for buildings and offices, skylights, screens, fire-rated glass for your fireplace or stove, window film, and more. Visit Deemer's Glass today on Porter Mountain Road in Lakeside or call 1-888-GLASSMAN.
Welcome back to Shola Ford's presentation of high school basketball on iTalk 106.7 and worldwide on iTalk1067.com. As we get set for the second quarter, and it's a Northland Pioneer College tip-off. When it comes time to tip off your college education, tip out for the college with the lowest tuition in the state. That's Northland Pioneer College, now offering bachelor's degrees in business and education. Northland Pioneer College, as Brewer misses. Rebound is by Leduc. Over to Smith, and now it's intercepted. Now, Joe, in the first quarter, we saw some scoring it was pretty dominant by the Roadrunners, or one player on the Roadrunners particularly.
Yeah, Travis Baya had 7 points by himself that quarter. The Lobos were led by Jet Udall, who had 5, and the score was 15 Snowflake to Holbrook's 11. So close scoring first quarter.
But a fast-paced first quarter nonetheless, as Nelson misses his first free throw on the first end of a 2-shot foul. Actually, there's no 1-and-1 anymore, period, is there?
Nope.
I forgot about that. Nelson's second free throw is good. And that's going to be 15-12, 7:38 left here in the first half as Leduc looks. Now he sends it into Brewer.
And that's not who you want bringing the ball up, but he was able to get a couple dribbles in and bring the ball up the court.
As now sent forward to Claire. Claire picks up a screen from Leduc. Now over to Smith. Over to Brewer. Brewer inside to Jacob Leduc. Jacob Leduc puts it in off the backboard. No good. However, Leduc's going to get his own rebound to Claire. Claire now at the top of the key. Now Claire goes right. He drives. Kisses it. It misses off the glass, but Jones is there. to get that rebound. And if I'm Coach Smith, I'm having Landon do that all night long because I've got Woodside, LeDuc, and Jones to rebound that.
Yeah, he really needs to not hold that one hand. I think he lost some contact on the ball. If he keeps control of it through traffic, he's able to get a little better shot, but great rebound by Gian there.
As Baya goes into the lane and he puts it up, he's going to be fouled.
But now we got foul trouble on Gian. That's his second.
That is his second. Now, there's an interesting strategy with that. Is I've seen coaches who believe you sit down on your second. I believe some you sit down on your third, but I don't know the thinking here. Gion's still in the game. There's a lot of time left in this quarter, so I think Coach Smith is going to let him play.
Yeah, I don't know what the thing was there. Maybe there was some blood or something on Jacob LeDuc, and then they'll bring him back in. But I know Coach Smith is usually let's take him out, let's get him ready for the rest of the game, maybe late in the second quarter.
As Castile misses it, the Lobos grab the rebound and bring it back, and it's going to come over here on the near side as Liam Brewer gets it, and it's going to be knocked out of bounds, and they're going to say it was knocked out, and as Holbrook knocked it out, Liam tips it out of bounds, so now the ball belongs to the Roadrunners. Nelson to inbound. Nelson forward to Talaman. Talaman crosses over the time stripe as one of our officials talking to Coach Delmar Johnson, and Delmar Johnson, there are lots of good coaches in the area, and Delmar is at the top of that list. As Nelson throws it over to Talaman. Talaman now brings it back, sends it back to Rico. Rico now to the top of the key. As we're going to get a whistle, we're going to get a pushing foul. That's going to go out of bounds on the 28-foot line. And I believe they're going to call that on Christian Smith, number 1. That's going to be his first personal.
Yeah, the screen was set, and he tried to kind of run through it and gets his second personal. That is 2 on him in the very short time he's been in. So some foul trouble brewing for the Lobos right now.
Rico gets the inbound, and that's going to go, and that was Nelson looked before he caught the ball, and that's one of those hard situations because he had possibly an open drive to the basket, and he took that first step before he was able to bring in the ball. As Claire inbounds, Claire sends it forward. Is that Braden Westover? Yes, it is, to Udall, and it goes and it falls out of bounds. As Holbrook comes in on the night, 8-4 on the season, I believe the Lobos are 4-5. So a few more games played as we're going to get a whistle, and we have blood. And
yeah, he was bloody. Jacob had some, LeDuc had some blood on his face. So I wonder if they hit heads.
Yeah.
But making some changes here. So that last turnover, just great hands by Holbrook, and it slapped it off the leg of Jet Udall. So once again, we started this quarter out with a bunch of turnovers from both teams.
And I also noticed the pace of the game came to a halt as Baya goes in, and Baya is going to put an exclamation after he drives to the lane. Basket's good.
And that is a risk that Coach Smith just took, and it failed because that is Jaron Woodside's third personal.
And he puts him back in, and he's going to have to go in, but that does bring LeDuc back in, and LeDuc's been looking pretty good so far. What I wanted to say is the pace came to a screeching halt, and as what I'm seeing right now is at 17-14, 5 minutes and 52 seconds left. What I'm seeing right now is that Holbrook absolutely has the advantage on the pace of this game.
Absolutely.
There's forward to Claire. Claire, the senior, with the ball, being guarded by Talaman. Claire looks, jump shot, 18-footer. That's no good. Rebound, Roadrunners. That's Baya with the rebound. Forward to Talaman. Talaman way over the top to Ja Channing, I believe. Ja Castile.
And he's going to be so good. He's just a little fumbly sometimes on those passes. It's kind of hard. But on that last possession, Landon Clare needs to do a little better job setting up the offense for that.
As Udall's going to come down and miss it, and we're going to have, that's going to be Castile again. Castile reminds me a lot of the way Tapaha played and helped out that Roadrunner team. As we go into Baya again, and look who's there for that rebound. That's Castile. And Joe, if it keeps going this way, John Castile is in our line for our Deemer's Glass last man of the game, but we're not even close to deciding that right now, as Baya's going to go to the line to shoot a couple.
Yeah, Baya's the one taking over this game. He's just attacking at every turn, getting people in foul trouble. That's 4 fouls in this quarter for the Lobos, 0 for Holbrook. So Holbrook is taking the aggressor to him for sure.
And that's the 3rd foul for as the second free throw is good. 17-16, 5 minutes and 15 seconds left here in the half. Smith with the rebound, or Smith bringing the ball up. Over to Claire. Claire now to Westover. Westover at the top of the key. Westover throws it to Udall. Udall's going to rip out of his hands and just fumble off, and it's going to be out here at the 28-foot line, and that's going to belong to Holbrook.
Well, one thing I've noticed through 9 games this season, Snowflake against man is only running one offense, and that's what I kind of don't understand it, but great defense there by Jacob the Duke on Baya.
Baya is going to, we're going to get a whistle, we're going to get a timeout. We're going to go ahead and take it to the Shola Forge presentation of high school basketball on italk1067.com.
Hey everyone, it's the Name Your Price sales event at Horn Auto Center for the rest of the year.
Even on these trucks?
Yeah.
Even on brand new SUVs?
Yeah.
What about all these used cars?
You got that right.
Even on all these heavy-duty trucks?
Can you believe it?
Oh my gosh.
It's the Name Your Price sales event and no reasonable offer will be refused.
So come in and make us an offer we can't refuse. We are Horn Auto Center, the Chevy, Cadillac, and GMC store that saves you more.
Welcome back, Shola Forge presentation of high school basketball on italk1067.com as the Lobos are going to get the inbound opposite end of their basket as Claire's going to bring it in. Now, in the offense that Snowflake's running, Joe, is there a true point guard? Is Landon playing that true point guard when you said set up the offense?
They kind of have a true point guard, which is Landon, but not all the time. Great dish there.
As Udall hits a comfort fit Dentures three-point shot. And the reason I ask is a lot of times that is the most critical player on the court is your point guard, but he's not your leading scorer. And I see that really apparent, especially in that Page game with the way Landon did things.
Yeah, he'll get the ball up real quick.
As we're going to have, LeDuc's going to throw an interception, and it's going to be done by Talaman. Talaman's going to throw a reverse layup. Talaman goes to the ground. Crowd wants a foul on the Holbrook side. No good. LeDuc with the rebound. LeDuc fumbles it out of his hands.
See, but LeDuc is running out of gas right now, and he's struggling.
Yeah, Basenti goes up and puts it up. It's 20-18 in favor of the Lobos, but 20-18 as Basenti got that ball and lost it a little bit out of bounds, and now Claire ends up back with it. Claire brings it down, but that's only the first team foul on Holbrook, so Snowflake's going to have to settle for an out of bounds.
Yeah, Gian back in with 2 fouls. He's got to be really careful how he plays and be smart.
Claire to inbound. Claire does inbound to Jones. Jones goes to his left, middle of the key, puts it up. It's going to be no good. Rebound. Rebound is by Talaman for the Roadrunners. Talaman crosses over the time stripe. Over to number 32. That is Basenti. Basenti over on the far side, looking in to get it to Baya. Baya being guarded by Jones. Baya drives the lane out to Castile. Castile sends it out, three-pointer. Nelson, no good. Rebound, Baya. And that's one thing, the Lobos in their advantage have got to get those rebounds, but Baya not even close to letting that happen. As we're going to get a whistle, we're going to get a timeout. 20-18, 3 minutes, 20 seconds left here in the first half. This is Shola Forge presentation of high school basketball on iTalk 106.7 and worldwide on iTalk1067.com.
Northland Pioneer College is cheering for you on and off the field. Secure a win by enrolling in college courses at NPC. Earn college credits in high school, learning new skill or trade. Complete classes that will transfer to any Arizona university. NPC has 3 new bachelor's degree programs and over 100 associate degrees, certificates, and areas of study to choose from. The playing field for your future is wide open. Take a shot and score big by enrolling in classes at NPC. Northland Pioneer College. Your journey starts here.
Welcome back, Shola Forge presentation of high school basketball on iTalk 106.7 and worldwide on iTalk1067.com. This is Shola Forge presentation of high school basketball, KNKI, Pine Top, Sholo, and 102.5 Pine Top, a Kopaniki communications station. Ball goes to Basenti. Basenti throws up a comfort fit Dentures three-pointer, and importantly gives them a 21-20 lead. Forward now to Claire. Claire left, right, looking over to Jones. Jones at the top of the key. Jones puts it down, free throw jumper. That's going to be no good. Rebound is going to be Westover. Westover puts it back up and in. And I'm just going to say Westover was Windex there because he cleaned the glass.
Yes, he did.
Talaman bringing forward the ball. Talaman now left, right, back to the middle to Vicente. Vicente now goes to his left, trying to be picked up by Smith, trying to work off a screen. And goes in, puts it in, no good. Vicente. Rebound, Jones. Jones for the Lobos. Jones now brings it forward. Lobos on the run, 3-on-3. Jones is right, sends it into Braden Westover. And Braden loses it out to Claire. Claire puts it up, that's no good. Rebound, Castile. Jock Castile for the Roadrunners. Now forward to Vicente. Vicente trying to push the ball. Talaman now has it, but Talaman slows down. Ball's lost out of bounds. And it's going to go Holbrook ball. As they say, Claire playing good defense there. Reach for that ball, and Claire barely knocked it out as Castile now checks out of the game. Rico back to Talaman. Now inside to Baya. Whistle and a foul, and that's going to be the 16th foul for Snowflake, up 22-21. 2 minutes and 4 seconds left here in the second quarter. Foul's going to go on 24.
Well, that is a total of 7 fouls on the 3 post players that Snowflake have. Gian, Braden, and Jaron Woodside. Gian and Braden both have 2, and Jaron has 3.
Doesn't Jacob Leduc have 1?
Leduc has 1. So no, Leduc has none.
Oh, no, okay. Here comes Brewer back in the game as Baya sinks his first free throw. Brewer checking in for Christian Smith of the Lobos. Travis Baya, the senior, wearing number 23, looks at the line. He puts it up. That one is good as well. 23-22. Roadrunners on top. We have a good one, folks. Settle in. As Claire goes left side, right hand. He misses it. It's blocked. Rebound is by Westover. Now Westover throws to Jones. We're getting a whistle, and we're going to get a hold on the defense, and I think they're going to give that to Talaman. That's number 5. And when the whistle blew, I thought it might be a 3-second violation. I was a little worried.
I did too. I was a little surprised that they didn't get the foul call on the layup by Landon. I'm a little biased, obviously, but he was kind of pushed on his body, but they got the foul underneath. But
as Holbrook comes back, and somehow Baya is left wide open in the middle. He does miss the layup out to Vicente. Now to Nelson. Nelson looks left, Nils right, guarded by Brewer. Nelson now drives the lane, 8-foot jumper. He puts it up, no good. And that was very scary because that could have been Gian Jones' 3rd foul. As Claire goes behind the back, and he barely loses it off his fingertip. Here come the Roadrunners. Down now to Talaman. Talaman on the far side, back to Nelson. Nelson now brings it up to the top of the key into the middle to number 11. 11 is Rico. Rico now guarding. That's going to be offensive foul on the Roadrunners. Let's look at that replay and describe to our listening folks what happened there.
So he had his forearm out, which is totally fine. You can have that space, and then he just extended that arm, which is an offensive foul. Great call there by official Paul Hancock.
Well, you have 3 officials who have done state championship games in basketball out here doing this game, so good for them. We have a good crew. As Gian Jones runs the middle, that's going to be no good. Gian's going to go back in, and I think we're going to whistle, and Gian's going to have his 3rd personal foul. And Gian gave a little frustration clap there, as you see on a replay, and he knows that he fouled, but hopeful as Coach Smith talking to one of the officials, Mr. Ashton, about that foul is now we have Baya going to the line, and Baya is, what is he on free throws?
So he is actually 2 for 4.
So 50%. I thought he was perfect, but I'm not perfect either.
That's his only blemish so far tonight.
Wow. And again, we saw him last year and how he could spread that team, and that team was very senior heavy last year, but Baya has taken that role and emulated last year's team. Baya with his first make, 24-22, just under a minute, 59 seconds left here in the second quarter. The second one is no good. Rebound Westover to Brewer, to Udall. Udall crosses over the middle. Now Udall goes to his right, goes into Leduc. Leduc's under the basket, has to force his way back out, but is able to put it up, kisses it off the glass, and ties it at 24, Jacob Leduc.
Yeah, Holbrook's definitely winning this quarter, but that was kind of a slack in their defense. They've been playing great defense up until that point.
Nelson drives against Udall. He spins, forces Udall to jump. Now he spins, and Nelson puts that back in. 2 points. Forward now to Leduc, and Leduc's going to lose it out of bounds. As Nelson has been kind of silent. Wasn't that his? That's only Nelson's 5th point or 4th point?
That's his 5th point.
Right,
yeah.
so he's been quiet, but he's been a force bringing the ball up. Again, that guard roll as Rico's going to bring it up. Rico's going to cross over the time stripe. Lobos sit back. Now Westover comes out on him. Goes to his left. Rico now over to Talaman. To Nelson. Nelson to Rico. Rico over on the far side, just off the arc. Sends to the middle to Pacenti. Pacenti, three-point shot, no good. And that's going to end the first quarter, first half. We have a score of 26-24 at the end of the first half. We're going to go ahead and take and come back and give you our Honda Ski and Outdoor Halftime Show. This is Shola Ford's presentation of high school basketball on iTalk 106.7 and worldwide on iTalk1067.com.
At Summit Healthcare, you'll find a level of care you might not expect from a rural hospital. We've recently received 5 stars from CMS, a prestigious ranking that less than 5% of facilities in Arizona earned. Our cancer center has proven its level of advanced care with a national accreditation from the Commission on Cancer. And we continue to add more doctors and services so that you don't have to leave the mountain to find the care you need. At Summit Healthcare, we're elevating care here at...
Want the best deal on your new car, truck, van, or SUV? Go to Sholo Ford. Sholo Ford has the best deals. Not only does Sholo Ford sell the #1 truck in America, Guy Hatch guarantees you won't find a better deal on that truck anywhere else. Sholo Ford sells the best at the best price. Sholo Ford on the east end of the Deuce and at SholoFord.com.
You have a vision, a brand to build, a message to share? You need signs that turn heads, apparel that makes a statement, banners that grab attention, and business cards to leave a lasting impression. Your success starts with the right tools. That's where we come in. Allegra Sholo brings your ideas to life with custom designs and top quality products, helping you stand out and grow your brand. Let's make something amazing together. Call Allegra Sholo today.
For years, he's battled the toughest opponent of his life.
He's down!
But today, with Dr. Arnault and Comfort Fit Dentures, the fight changes. With Comfort Fit Dentures and Sholo, you can taste the victory. With free exams and x-rays, an in-house lab, and payment plans starting at just $110 a month, Comfort Fit makes it easy to claim victory. Call today for your free exam and x-rays.
You've been there, waiting forever at the gas station for the guy to free up so he can fill up your propane tank. Or worse, when the only qualified propane technician decided to stay home that day. Yep, you've been there and I have too. That's why now I get my propane from Ace Hardware every time. You get Ace Hardware's world-famous customer service when you stop in for propane. That's right, you get in, you get out, and you get a great deal on propane and everything else. From Ace Hardware at their locations in Pine Top and Heber. Ace Hardware is proud to support White Mountain Sports.
Want the best deal on your new car, truck, van, or SUV? Go to Sholo Ford. Sholo Ford has the best deals. Not only does Sholo Ford sell the #1 truck in America, Guy Hatch guarantees you won't find a better deal on that truck anywhere else. Sholo Ford sells the best at the best price. Sholo Ford on the east end of the Deuce and at SholoFord.com.
Want to go skiing or snowboarding? Visit our friendly Honda Outdoor Sports. We offer skis, snowboards, and helmet rentals, custom footbeds, ski and snowboard repairs, as well as retail shopping for your snow gear, goggles, beanies, snow tubing, and even ice fishing supplies. We have all you need to prepare you for the outdoors. We welcome you to Honda Outdoor Sports, located 1 mile west of the casino.
Mountain Mobile Auto Glass and Tint is giving you a chance to win premium tickets to the National Finals Rodeo in Las Vegas. Win 2 tickets, a stay at the MGM Grand, and $1,000 cash. Every customer gets an entry. Insured customers get 2 dinners at Los Corrales and 2 movie tickets. Call Mountain Mobile Auto Glass and Tint, and you could be headed to the National Finals Rodeo.
536-5972. Mountain Mobile Auto Glass, cash back to you. Woohoo!
This is iTalk 106.7's presentation of the Honda Outdoor Ski and Sports Store Halftime Show.
Welcome back to Shola Ford's presentation of high school basketball on iTalk 106.7 worldwide on iTalk1067.com as we have a halftime score of 26-24, the Holbrook Roadrunners up on the Snowflake Lobos. It is time for our Honda Ski and Outdoor Halftime Show. The best selection of hiking, camping, hunting, and fishing gear. Go to the Honda Ski and Outdoor store, south of Hindop on Highway 260, just before you get to the Honda Casino. And I got to be honest, Joe, as I watched the first half, everything I've seen as far as momentum, scoring, defense is favoring and tipping towards Holbrook, although Snowflake's not far behind.
Yeah, absolutely. I think they're running their pace of play. They're getting Snowflake into taking some bad shots, creating turnovers, and then they are getting every loose ball right now. And that's kind of the formula to win ball games, especially when you have a young team like Delmar does, and he's running some kids out there that might not have played a bunch last year, but, man, he knows how to get them to play hard.
Well, talking about that, I think as one thing I see is foul trouble on the bigs of Snowflake has been a problem for them.
Yeah, the problem is some of them, they're getting beat. They're getting beat on easy back doors, and then they're trying to make that up with a big-time block, and they're just kind of getting that double negative. They just need to stay in their positioning like their coaches have taught and stay in good defensive positioning, and good things will happen.
So real quick, I'd like you to kind of turn it over to you a little bit here, is run down the fouls and our scoring situation that we're facing right now.
Yeah, so fouls, nothing too big to report for Holbrook. They don't have anybody in foul trouble. They have one dominant scorer, Travis Baya, number 23. He's got 14 points at halftime out of their 26, so over half of their points. And then a couple more contributors, Brady Bacente and Amari Nelson are their other contributors right now. Snowflake, on the other hand, has a lot of foul trouble. They got Gian Jones with 3, Jaron Woodside with 3, Braden Westover with 2, Christian Smith with 2. Just a lot. They only had 9 points that quarter, and they also had 9 turnovers. Wow. So that's not a good recipe when the score and the turnovers average equal each other.
That is a very good point, and that's one of the things that I know that the offense does lend itself to turnovers, but that's almost too many. So moving forward, I want to be cliche for a little bit. Let's talk about the visiting Roadrunners first. Mr. Clare, what do you have to do if you're Holbrook to win this ball game, to be cliche?
To be honest, keep doing what you're doing, handling the ball, taking away the easy pass for Snowflake, making them into decision-making, which right now Snowflake's not doing a good job on decision-making. They're hucking up some shots that probably aren't going to be the most rewarding. And then keep doing what they're doing on the offensive end. So Holbrook pump fakes on their shot fakes all the time, and Snowflake has not learned. They try to jump and get the block, and they're able to get easy passes under the basket after the jump, and that's where Baya's done most of his damage. He hasn't had one field goal outside of the paint.
So do you keep feeding Baya then?
100%.
Absolutely. Okay.
Keep going, especially with the foul trouble. You have to. You go until it doesn't work. It's the Paul Morrow, right? The old Blue Ridge football coach.
We're going to run it until
you stop it.
And I agree
until
with that.
Snowflake does, and to be honest, Delmar might continue to run it after Snowflake stops it a couple times. And then
Coach Delmar Johnson, he's a good one, and he's, as much as he's a good coach, he's also just a good human being and likable. All right, let's shift a little bit. Now I got to go cliche again. If you're the Lobos, what do you have to do to get back in this ball game?
First of all, take care of the ball. You cannot have that many turnovers against a good team. Shots are either going to go in or they're not. Sometimes they don't. But if they're not, start finding better shots. They got to work the ball around, make Holbrook get tired on defense once or twice. They haven't done that yet, and so Holbrook's had all this energy to go back up the floor in transition, and Snowflake's doing the most effort trying to get easier shots, and they just need to do a better job trusting each other, moving the ball around, and taking care of the ball.
Which is another point, is Holbrook seems to be dictating the pace, and they've been able to slow it down, and immediately when they slow it down is when they caught that little burst back up. And I think that's in the line for our Horn Auto Center drive of the game, is that little burst in the second quarter to put them back up. So anyway, thoughts on going into the second half?
Yeah, I mean, I think we're in store for a really good ball game, right? In the second quarter, Holbrook shot, I think, 9 free throws. Snowflake shot 2, so that's a difference of the game so far. And Snowflake's got to stop fouling. They're letting people get by and then hacking them by. If they can stay a little more clean and play disciplined, I think this is going to be down to the wire type of game.
I love it. So, folks, we're going to move on from our Honda Ski and Outdoor store. And for the best selection of hiking, camping, hunting, and fishing gear, go to the Honda Ski and Outdoor store, south of Pine Top on Highway 260, just before the Honda Casino, the Show Forts presentation of high school basketball on iTalk 106.7 and worldwide on iTalk106.7.com as we get set to have the start of the second half with our Northland Pioneer College tip-off. When it comes time to tip off your college education, tip it off at the college with the lowest tuition in the state. Northland Pioneer College now offering bachelor's degrees in business and education. And as we get set, Vicente is going to inbound for the Roadrunners, is where some talk with the officials, moving some things around.
Well, a huge part of this, Aaron, is going to be Gian Jones and Jaron Woodside. They both have 3. How long can they play?
Well, and with the aggressiveness, and I'm sure Coach Delmar Johnson asked in the book, and he's going to go right at him.
Yeah, I'd throw the ball down to Big Jaw right away to see if they can do something.
As Baya goes up, and Baya puts it up, and then that's going to be no good as Jock Castile is there. It goes out on him, but Gian and Woodside are going to have to be, Gian Jones and Jaron Woodside are going to be very careful, because that Castile is going to make them and force them to do things like foul. As Claire brings the ball down, Snowflake now flips the court, goes the other way, as do the Roadrunners. Snowflake will be going to our left, your right on the screen. As ball goes up, that's no good on the radio dial. It's right to left. Claire bounces around, gets the rebound. Now it's going to be knocked out. Holbrook with the ball. And I believe that's Nelson going to get steal. We're going to get our first foul of the half. And Joe, exactly what we said, although a little different, be it Gian just got whistled for his 4th foul, and that's going to bring Brewer in.
Well, you got to play smarter. He's picking someone up at half court and bodying them down the floor. That's going to be an easy call with how they've been calling the game.
And like you said, it's not necessarily tight. It's just following the the rules that these officials have in the book. As Udall over to Claire. Claire over on the far side. Now Claire makes a move. Claire puts it up, and he's going to be blocked. And he's going to be blocked by Nelson. Ball's going to go out of bounds. They're going to say it went out of bounds. It did go out of bounds on Claire as we look at the replay there. 6 minutes and 53 seconds left. Still same halftime score, 26-24. Vicente inbounds.
Once again, Landon Claire's, I love him. He's my son, obviously. He's trying to do too much. Run the offense. Let the flow come to you.
And for those of you who don't know, it is Mr. Claire's son, but I have the fortune to have him in class as I teach at Snowflake High School, and not going to find much better of a young man than Landon Claire. Just an upstanding citizen, so he'll do great things past the basketball cart. As Nelson's going to put up a 3, that's going to be no good. Rebound goes back to, that's Vicente. Now Vicente loses it, however, it's gathered in by Rico. Rico's going to go to his right. Rico's going to put a layup, and that's going to roll and go in. I don't know how Rico possibly did that, but he did.
That's the first points of this half for either team. And once again, Snowflake really hasn't gotten a good shot at the basket yet. They're just kind of doing everything themselves. They need to trust the offense and move the ball around.
Snowflake to inbound. Claire to inbound. Claire goes to Woodside. Woodside being guarded by Castile. Back out now to Claire. Claire now goes the middle of the lane. That's going to be good. First points of the Lobos for the half. 28-26, 5 minutes, 51 seconds left.
And that was much better. Came off a screen, used a screen, was able to get a bigger guy on him, and that's a mismatch for him going downhill.
Rico now at the half-court or free throw line. Back to Nelson. Nelson looking to screen off Baya, but it dribbles it into Claire. Now Claire has a fast break. Claire looking over his shoulder. Now Claire puts it up and in. Kisses it off the glass for an easy layup. 2 points for the Snowflake Lobos. They tie it up 28-28 all. 5 minutes, 24 seconds left here as Rico brings the ball, crosses over the time stripe. He's picked up by Martinez. Martinez takes a slap, and I think that's a foul 10 out of 10 times.
Yeah, maybe even 11 out of 10. But
playing the percentages, Mr. Claire.
But Angelo has the ability to play a little more physical. That's his first foul. He can get after it a little bit, and it would have been a layup if he doesn't foul.
As there's an inbound to Bia wide open, and Baya, has had, I think, 3 of those wide open layups as Udall's going to dribble into some traffic. And Udall now goes to Martinez, back to Udall to Brewer. Brewer over to Claire. Claire being guarded by Talaman. We're going to whistle, we're going to get a hold. It's going to be out of bounds. I believe they're going to call that on the Roadrunners. That's going to be their first foul of the quarter. As they do, they whistle it on, that's not Talaman, that's Nelson.
Talaman, number 5. Talaman got the foul. That's his second foul.
Inbound is to Udall. Udall looking to have it now. Udall puts up about a 15-foot jumper off the edge of the key, and that's going to be good. And looked like there was a little extracurricular going on there, but nonetheless, he puts it in 30-30. 4 minutes and 45 seconds left.
Great balance there by Jet. I didn't think he would be able to get that shot up, but was able to. I wasn't sure on how good of a shot it was, but it went in. So,
as now Talaman sends it in, tries to get it into Baya. We're going to whistle, we're going to get a foul, and that's going to be a timeout. We're going to go ahead and take it to the Shola Forge presentation of high school basketball on italk1067.com.
When you think glass, think Deemer's Glass in Lakeside. Deemer's Glass offers the best selection of quality glass with affordable prices. They do full home window packages, replacement windows, custom shower doors and enclosures, custom mirrors in many shapes, styles, and colors, glass doors and hardware, commercial glass for buildings and offices, skylights, screens, fire-rated glass for your fireplace or stove, window film, and more. Visit Deemer's Glass today on Porter Mountain Road in Lakeside or call 1-888-GLASSMAN.
Welcome back to Shola Forge presentation of high school basketball on italk1067.com as we get set for this 30-30 ball game. 4 minutes and 25 seconds left, and it's that nip tuck we talked about at halftime as Rico is going to inbound the ball. Manny Rico sends it over back across to Talaman. Talaman being guarded by Claire. Left, right, now looking for a screen off Baya. Doesn't screen off Claire. Claire follows him. Give us now to Basenti. Basenti guarded by Udall. To Rico, and that's going to be a shot clock violation. And gosh, I love that shot clock. We only see maybe 1 or 2 a game, but it has been fantastic for the varsity level of 3A high school basketball. I will say that.
Well, and I don't think Holbrook kind of recognized that after they came out of the timeout, they were already at like 12 seconds left anyways. So they were able to
and that's a standard rule is you don't reset after a timeout. As here goes Claire. Claire puts it up. Claire's going to be fouled, and it's going to go up into and hits off the back of the rim. As I'm chuckling, folks, watching Coach Smith over there on the sidelines. A little bit of animation going on, but that's okay. Landon Claire at the line. He's going to shoot 2 for the Lobos. 3 minutes and 57 seconds left. We are knotted at 30. Now we are not. 31-30, Lobos on top.
Well, I'm just glad he hit his free throw. I mean, they were pretty bad the last time, so.
Well, the next one is, and he's 2 for 2 on that trip to the line. 32-30, 3 minutes and 57 seconds left as Talaman brings the ball over. Talaman drives, sends it out to Rico. Rico now to his left. Rico now brings it out to the 28-foot line on the near side, guarded by Claire. He looks to his left, sends it inside to Castile. Castile being guarded by Woodside, puts it up. That's going to be no good. Rebound is going to be Udall is going to fight for it, and he's going to get it. Udall sends it forward to Woodside. Woodside steps and gets hung up in traffic. Now sends it out to Martinez. Martinez over to Udall. Udall puts up a long 2-point shot. No good. Rebound, Nelson. Here come the runners. Rico now to his right. Rico drives the lane over to Baya. Out to Nelson. To Talaman. Back to Nelson. Nelson to his left. Now over on the far side, Talaman. Talaman sets it up. 18 seconds on the shot clock. Now Talaman goes to his left, working off a screen by Baya.
So better closeouts by Snowflake this half. They're not jumping as much, and they're able to.
As that's a long court pass to Woodside. That's going to be, and Joe, that almost went off the front of the rim, but it caught that glass, caught the rim, and dumped in. 34-30, 2 minutes and 49 seconds left. Lobos on top.
Well, a guy that averages 8 to 10 points a game, that's his first bucket of the game. He hasn't been in very much, but nice run out by Jaron there.
It's apparent that there was a little bit of a miss on the big guys going in. As there goes to Jock Castile. Castile, the freshman, looking left, looking right. And we're going to get a 3-second violation as you can't camp out in the key. And he not only had his RV, he had it staked down for the evening because He was a camping.
Well, and he's gassed, and he's got to be tired. He played a couple quarters in JV as well.
He did play, and that's 6 a night you're allowed.
Yep.
So he's playing. And there's a couple other players that I've noticed that are out there that played a little bit.
And I can imagine he's trying to get him 6 quarters so that he could get in shape.
And Leduc with the inbound. Now Leduc gets it to Vicente, but that's the wrong teammate. Wrong team. As now Leduc gets a rebound, he sends it to Martinez. Martinez forward to Udall. As here come the Lobos is Leduc. Oh, as Leduc gets it knocked away, ends up being saved by Nelson, but ends up in Claire's hands. Now Claire over on the near side at the arc. Claire left, right. Now he goes to Leduc at the top of the key. Over to Martinez on the far side. Udall in the corner. Back inside to Brewer. Brewer to Martinez. Martinez over to Claire. Claire takes a step, puts it out back to Martinez, who puts it up. Key, and that's going to be an 8-foot jumper. Angelo Martinez for the Lobos. 36-30 Lobos on top as both teams with 3 timeouts. Minute 46 left in this third quarter. And this third quarter is like the first, Joe. It just flew by.
And not as many fouls, so it's definitely flying by. Vicente with a 3.
Rico to Vicente, and that is a Comfort Fit Dentures teeth-shattering 3-point shot. Udall to Brewer. Brewer now to Martinez. Martinez now to his left, being guarded by number 32. That is Vicente. Now Angelo top of the key. Looks now to Liam. Over to Claire on the far side. Claire at the 28-foot line. Claire steps left. Now he brings the ball left. Claire back over to his right. Claire left, Claire right between the legs. Drives the lane. Kicks it out now to Udall. Udall to Martinez. Martinez puts up a 3-point shot. Comfort Fit Dentures. 3-point shot, 39-33. And the frustration in Coach Delmar Johnson's face said a lot because the defense was stellar until they left Martinez open. As Leduc gets a rebound, now the Lobos come again as Claire gets it knocked away. But Claire gathers it back in. Now he looks right. He puts it into Leduc. Leduc has to put it on the floor. Leduc misses, but Claire jumps in there and gets the rebounds. We're going to get a tangle. Claire's going to throw it up. But before he throws it up, we're going to get a whistle. We're going to have a jump ball. That's going to belong to the Roadrunners.
Yeah, I'm not going to complain much, but I didn't see much of the ball being grabbed by both teams on that jump ball. It seemed like it was kind of one-sided, but jump ball, Jacob Leduc's just got to finish that one.
Here come the Roadrunners crossing over the time stripe. Talaman bringing it over. Talaman at the top of the key. Now Talaman over to Nelson. Nelson trying to work off a screen from Baya. Udall works the screen, goes around. Now Baya loses it, but gathers it back in. He's going to be 5 seconds, closely guarded. And now, explain for me and explain for the listening audience. He did lose it a little bit, but he didn't completely lose possession. Is that what caused the turnover? Because it looked like Udall had slapped it a little bit.
So he slapped it. It has to completely go to Snowflake's possession for it to completely start over.
I did not know that. As now Martinez has it, 17 seconds left, 39-33, Lobos on top. Martinez looking. Now Martinez bumps a little bit out to Leduc. Leduc at the 28-foot line, but at the top of the key, inside of Udall. Udall no good. Udall gets his rebound. Udall puts it up. That's good. 41-33. Lobos up 8. Biggest lead of the night for Snowflake. As Vicente's going to throw up a court pass, goes off the backboard, shatters to the floor. We're going to go ahead and take a break, folks, to start this fourth quarter. Coming back, this is Shola Ford's presentation of high school basketball on iTalk 106.7 and worldwide on iTalk1067.com.
Hey everyone, it's the Name Your Price sales event at Horn Auto Center for the rest of the year.
Even on these trucks?
Yeah.
Even on brand new SUVs?
Yeah.
What about all these used cars?
You got that right.
Even on all these heavy-duty trucks?
Can you believe it?
Oh my gosh.
It's the Name Your Price sales event and no reasonable offer will be refused.
So come in and make us an offer we can't refuse. We are Horn Auto Center, the Chevy, Cadillac, and GMC store that saves you more.
Northland Pioneer College is cheering for you on and off the field. Secure a win by enrolling in college courses at NPC. Earn college credits in high school, learning new skill or trade. Complete classes that will transfer to any Arizona university. NPC has 3 new bachelor's degree programs and over 100 associate degrees, certificates, and areas of study to choose from. The playing field for your future is wide open. Take a shot and score big by enrolling in classes at NPC. Northland Pioneer College. Your journey starts here.
Welcome back to Shola Ford's action of high school basketball on iTalk 106.7 and worldwide at iTalk1067.com. As the Lobos inbound the ball, Martinez goes down for a fast break layup. It kisses off. The rebound kicks around but goes to Smith, who is fouled. As Smith's going to go to the line to shoot a couple. 41-33, barely the start of the fourth quarter. This is our Northland Pioneer College Tip-off. When it comes time to tip off your college education, tip it off at the college with the lowest tuition in the state. That's Northland Pioneer College, now offering bachelor's degrees in business and education. Northland Pioneer College. And we got some stats. Stats. Joe, turn it over to you. Give us some of the thing is he does make his second free throw. Give us some of the third quarter stats and statistics that we like so much.
Yeah, third quarter stats. Snowflake scored the ball really well. They only had 2 turnovers. They had 17 points that quarter. Holbrook only had 7 points, and they had 6 turnovers. So there was the difference of that quarter, 17-7 in that quarter. Landon Clare has 8 points right now, 6 assists. And
as that's going to be Rico go up. But one of the things that you mentioned at the quarter, I'm trying to remember how you phrased this, is something about, anyway. But Claire having a pretty good game. But, it was about Baya. And you said how Baya's that quarter absolutely affected how Holbrook was doing.
Yeah, I just got to that and was saying that Baya only had 2 points that quarter and kind of struggled, got tired a little bit, didn't get his hand on as many balls, but so that made a huge difference.
Smith gets the ball, and it's going to go to LeDuc. Luke's going to miss off the glass, 43-36. As Rico's second free throw was good, that's the 43-36. Just over 7 minutes left here in the fourth quarter. As something I did not expect to see, and that is Holbrook backs up and is waiting as Rico now calls Smith onto him, but Rico dishes the ball now inside to Baya. Baya drives the lane, up and good to Nelson for 2 points, 43-38, 6:54 left in the fourth. As Martinez gets the inbound from LeDuc and goes down, and Claire puts it up. Claire hits off the bottom of the backboard as he tried to get that up and under. No good. Back out to Smith. Smith with the rebound, or Smith with the pass to Brewer. Brewer kicks it out now to Smith. Smith, this is the three-pointer. Forward to Baya. Baya's going to tip off his hands, and that's going to be no good. It's going to slip out of his hands, and that's going to be Snowflake ball. Claire to inbound.
Yeah, I think if Claire on that other end jump stops and goes right back just with a little floater, he doesn't have to do all that stuff and get kind of underneath the basket and just out of the stretch of Baya's hands on that last possession.
As Claire now goes to his right, goes to his left, now he goes over to Smith. Smith over on the near side of the arc. Back to LeDuc at the top of the key. LeDuc fishes it into Brewer. Brewer puts it up. That's going to be good. Liam Brewer, 38-45, 45-38. 6 minutes left in the fourth.
Yeah, nice touch there by Brewer. Got a little off balance by the contact from Baya, but was able to get through and make that basket.
Nelson with the ball. Nelson over to Vicente. Vicente now guarded by Martinez, picked up. That's going to go out of bounds, and that's going to go off. And I got to see the replay on that.
I'm pretty sure it went off his chest.
It went off exactly like the official said it did, and that's going to go to the Lobos. And, you know, Coach Johnson doesn't typically argue calls, he'll question, and that wasn't even a question in his mind. 45-38, Lobos on top. LeDuc to Martinez. Smith over on the far side, back to Martinez. Martinez wasn't expecting the pass, now reels it in. Back to to Smith. Smith tries to feed it into LeDuc. It doesn't work. Picked off by Guerrero. Guerrero now bringing it down forward to the hands of Nelson. Nelson back to Guerrero. Talaman with the ball now at the top of the key. Back to Nelson. Nelson works off a screen from Baya. Far corner. Guerrero no good. Claire. Landon Claire out of nowhere with the rebound. Forward to Christian Smith. Smith over on the far side, left, right. Now he throws it into LeDuc. LeDuc fakes it, puts it on the court, loses it, puts it up. And that's going to be an and one for Jacob LeDuc. And I got to think his performance has really stepped up tonight. He's done a great job.
He's done a great job. Didn't catch that ball, but I think the ball fumbling on the ground actually confused Baya. He went down to reach it, and then Jacob got it and went up right through his arms. And Jacob can finish through contact. We know that. Look at him. He's built, and he's a great football player, and he's out here helping the basketball team.
So as we move forward in our game, we got 5 minutes and 8 seconds left, 47-38, as LeDuc's free throw is no good. Rebounded by Woodside, as Woodside and Jones are back on the court. As we got to go, Joe, we got to have our Horn Auto Center drive of the game. I'm not sure what that's going to be yet, but that little run by Snowflake is in the line for that win in the third quarter there. That third quarter might be our drive as we're going to whistle. Oh, the officials are going to talk something over. We also got our Deemer's Glass man of the game. We have Woodside, Leduc. We also have Baya for the Roadrunners.
Yeah.
And then our Mountain Mobile Auto Glass and Tint player of the game.
Yeah, and Coach Smith was questioning if this ball was Snowflake's. It should be Holbrook's ball. Snowflake got the ball at the quarter. There hasn't been another jump, so Holbrook gets the ball. But it gives his boys a little break, so maybe that's what he was going for.
I can understand that. Rico with the ball. Rico now to Vicente. Over now to, that is Nelson. Nelson goes in, no good. And I'm surprised that they haven't put Baya down low. They've been using Baya to screen, and I have not seen it very successful this quarter.
Yeah, they put him in that screen, and it hasn't been as successful. When he was...
See, that's what he does best is Baya gets a long court pass from Nelson and gets the fast break, and he's going to put it up. We're going to get a full timeout here, folks, so we're going to go ahead and take it. This is Shola Ford's presentation of high school basketball on italk1067.com.
At Summit Healthcare, you'll find a level of care you might not expect from a rural hospital. We've recently received 5 stars from CMS, a prestigious ranking that less than 5% of facilities in Arizona earned. Our cancer center has proven its level of advanced care with a national accreditation from the Commission on Cancer. And we continue to add more doctors and services so that you don't have to leave the mountain to find the care you need. At Summit Healthcare, we're elevating care here at home.
Want the best deal on your new car, truck, van, or SUV? Go to Sholo Ford. Sholo Ford has the best deals. Not only does Sholo Ford sell the #1 truck in America, Guy Hatch guarantees you won't find a better deal on that truck anywhere else. Sholo Ford sells the best at the best price. Sholo Ford on the east end of the Deuce and at SholoFord.com.
Welcome back, Shola Ford's presentation of high school basketball on iTalk 1067, worldwide on iTalk1067.com. As the bucket was made, the Roadrunners called a timeout, so now the official's telling Landon Clare that he has the whole baseline to utilize. So Clare in the game. Clare now sends it into Jones at the inbounds. Holbrook putting on a slight press. Back to Clare, back to Jones, back to Clare. Clare over on the far side to Jones. Jones is going to bring it across right at center court. Jones now loses it, goes to the court, and we're going to whistle, and we're going to get a timeout by Coach Smith. We're going to go ahead and leave it here for a second. As we were talking at the timeout about the play of Baya and what he's doing and what's going on in this quarter and how his role has changed slightly, so he's not getting the buckets he was in the first half.
Yeah, so when Jaw Castile was out there, he was able to sit down in the post, and Jaw was out there setting the screens, and now Jaw's on the bench, and I think Baya's the one setting the screens, and he's not able to get those easy buckets around the basket. And even not buckets, he's a great passer, so when he gets it on the post, he usually is getting doubled because he's beating his man, and he's able to find that pass. So Delmar's super smart coach. I'm sure he'll go back to that at some point in this fourth quarter.
Well, Baya got, I think, 3 buckets off that wide open set, and we have not seen that this half. And I'm curious, as Snowflake looks to set up an inbound stack, as Clare is going to inbound the ball, and Clare is going to be guarded by Talaman. Now it's going to go to Brewer. Brewer over to Jones. Jones does have 3 fouls. 4 minutes and 15. Oh, he has 4. That's right. My mistake. 47-40. Just over 4 minutes left as Clare gets the ball. Clare looking for Leduc. Leduc now into Woodside. Woodside puts it up quick. That's going to be good. We're going to get a push. And I think they're going to call that on 11. That's going to be on Rico. I thought Jones might be getting his 5th foul there.
Yeah, he was clear jumping in there, but got pushed midair and came down kind of hard on his ankle, grabbing his ankle, but nice job by Gian creating that. He held his ankle.
Okay, that's as we get a violation on the defense.
Delay a game.
That's what they call it, delay a game, thank you.
So it's actually a warning, and the second one's a technical
foul. So Clare's going to inbound as they gave the warning to the Roadrunners, and that's a team warning, not a player warning.
Correct.
As Clare looks to inbound, Clare over now to Brewer. Brewer now to Udall. Udall now right. Left, right for Udall. Back to Brewer. Brewer now to his left. Over on the far side to Clare. Clare picks it up. Clare being guarded by Talaman. Now Claire brings it back, works off the screen from Woodside. Claire now drives the lane, puts it up. That's going to be good. And we're getting a whistle. We're getting a blocking foul. And as that blocking foul, I know they have the arc in college and the NBA. Is there a unutilized area in high school? So there's no charge lane, which is what I thought. So as that goes, they were saying, and you look at the replay, those feet were shuffled at the last minute.
While he's in the air, he's shuffling, and you can't do that.
That's right, because verticality only applies stationary. As Claire misses the second free throw. 49-43 minutes and 41 seconds left as Jones gets the rebound back to Claire. Jones puts up a three-point. Comfort Fit Dentures. Three-point shot, Gian Jones.
And that was a huge rebound by Gian, and then got rewarded with a pass back from Landon and able to put it in for a three-pointer.
As that's going to be Nelson puts up a three-pointer. That's going to be no good. Rebound is Jones. And as we move in this fourth quarter, it's 52-40. Lobos up 12. As Claire gets it over to Brewer. Brewer's going to put up a three-pointer. That's going to be a Comfort Fit Dentures three-point shot. And Snowflake just snatches away the momentum. As now Talon with the ball to his left. Over now to Vicente. Never count out the Roadrunners. And those three-point shots from the corners. Vicente now to Talaman. Talaman goes left. Over on the far side, Rico, no good. Rebound Woodside. And one, as Jones gets it, now we're going to have a fast break by Claire. As Claire goes left side, right hand, misses it. Brewer gets it, puts it back in. And Joe, the Snowflake is gone with the 15 lead. That might be our Hornado Center drive of the game. But I want to talk about, and I hate doing this moving forward, because we still have a lot of game here. When these teams match up in Holbrook, we're going to expect the same type of game.
Same type of game.
And they are so tough in that gym.
And it's going to be so loud in that gym.
I love
a newly redesigned bleachers in that gym.
Yes.
It's just these two teams getting together every time is phenomenal.
It is, and I, major respect to Holbrook's program and Coach Johnson as Liam Brewer goes to the line up 56-40, makes his first one, makes his second one. 2 minutes and 39 seconds left. Lobos with a 17-point lead. And what is our Lobos stat line in the fourth quarter? Just his team points scored. As Nelson puts it up, that's going to be no good. Rebound Jones.
So it is 16 points so far for the Lobos.
As Holbrook's going to
5.5 minutes.
As Holbrook presses it through, 2 minutes and 27 seconds left. So they've almost reached their third quarter total, and we have 2 minutes left in the ball game.
Yep.
Now, do you slow it down here if you're Coach Smith?
They did a little bit. It got down
to
12 seconds, but
as the Lobo faithful did not like that call, as we're going to get Cody Nakadena. I was making sure I could pronounce that right. As I don't know if we have blood or what.
No, his jersey's untucked.
Oh, so it's an equipment thing. So
and there was a stall in time to try to let him do it, and he didn't tuck it in, so he had to come out.
As Rico goes up for the shot, he misses it. Rebound is by Jones, and that is going to be a shooting foul. And so Jones is going to go to the line. 57-40, minute 56 left. And Joe, I'm not saying it's over, but we can start talking about our post-game show. And I like the fourth quarter and our Hornado Center drive where the Lobos just went on that monstrous run, led by those 2 3-pointers.
Yeah, led by those 2 3-pointers. Gian Jones has come out with a bunch of energy, which he should. He hasn't played most of the game, so he should be energized.
Have the energy.
But just great job by him coming in and playing almost this whole fourth quarter with 4 fouls and able to get scotch-free so far. I probably just jinxed that, but that's my fault.
Jones makes his first one, misses his second one. However, he ends up with the ball after some kicking around and slapping around. As Udall puts up a 3-point shot, that's going to be no good. We're going to whistle, and it's going to belong to the Roadrunners. Next thing we got to talk about and start thinking about is our Deemer's Glass last man of the game. And I know I have some ideas. The first half I would have told you Baya's going to hit that role pretty well, but now I got to look to the Lobos. I like the way some of them played off the glass, but Jones said a lot. This, that, and the other. So we got to be thinking about our Deemer's Glass last man of the game, and then our Mountain Mobile Auto Glass player of the game. And we have Snowflake's going to get a timeout. We're going to go ahead and take it too. This is Show Low Ford's presentation of high school basketball on iTalk1067.com and worldwide. It's Show Low Ford's presentation of high school basketball on iTalk1067 and worldwide on iTalk1067.com.
You have a vision, a brand to build, a message to share? You need signs that turn heads, apparel that makes a statement, banners that grab attention, and business cards to leave a lasting impression. Your success starts with the right tools. That's where we come in. Allegra Sholo brings your ideas to life with custom designs and top quality products, helping you stand out and grow your brand. Let's make something amazing together. Call Allegra Sholo today.
For years, he's battled the toughest opponent of his life.
He's down!
But today, with Dr. Arnaud and Comfort Fit Dentures, the fight changes. With Comfort Fit Dentures and Sholo, you can taste the victory with free exams and x-rays.
We'll have to talk about it. I think Liam Brewer might be
Welcome back to Show Low Ford's presentation of high school basketball on iTalk1067.com. Sorry about the break there. We're getting back. It's 1 minute, 22 seconds left, 58-40. Lobos up 18 as foul is by Baya, and that's going to put Gian Jones in the line. That is Baya's fourth personal. Here's Jones' first free throw. That one is good. As we're just talking about our post-game wrap-up, and we have some same opinions, and as we always have, dissenting opinions, but for the most part, I think Mr. Clare, appreciate him joining on this broadcast, is 100% right. As Jones makes both of them, that's going to be a 20-point lead. Not any indication of how this game actually was. Our Horn Auto Center drive of the game is probably going to be what's going to be the difference, as Udall gets the rebound on a long three-point shot by the Roadrunners. Now down to Clare. Clare goes up to Jones. Jones, alley-oop two. Gian Jones puts it through the hoop. Minute left, 62-40. Lobos up 22. And we get a whistle and we get out of bounds. So, folks, stay tuned. We're going to have our Horn Auto Center driver of the game, our Deemer's Glass man of the game, and our Mountain Mobile Auto Glass and Tint player of the game. We'll try to get them to possibly join us on this broadcast as we get a whistle and we get a timeout. We're going to go ahead and take it too. This is Show Low Ford's presentation of high school basketball on iTalk1067 and worldwide on iTalk1067.com.
For years, he's battled the toughest opponent of his life.
He's down!
But today, with Dr. Arnaud and Comfort Fit Dentures, the fight changes. With Comfort Fit Dentures and Sholo, you can taste the victory. With free exams and x-rays, an in-house lab, and payment plans starting at just $110 a month, Comfort Fit makes it easy to claim victory. Call today for your free exam and x-rays.
And then we can just thank you, appreciate it.
No problem.
Dude, it was awesome. It was a great broadcast. Oh, welcome back to Show Low Ford's presentation of high school basketball on iTalk1067.com. As you get Mr. Clare and I visiting off air, and again, we really appreciate him. Now, he was going to be here anyway, let's be honest, but having to give some insight, we really appreciate, because I can talk about a basketball game, but I do not have the insights that these people do. As Smith gets the ball, little check there by number 12. Cody Nakadena, as rebound, shot missed, rebound goes to Baya, and I think Woodside is going to get his next foul. Is that his fifth?
That's his fourth.
Oh, so, and Woodside's going to get it, and that's going to be, it's only going to be the Lobos' third personal. As we go right in, folks, to our, we're going to go segue right again into our post-game show, as we have our great camera crew. We have Robin, we have Jeff, Michael, all on the camera. Mel, our producer, the brains of the outfit. As Smith misses a shot, comes down and misses, tried to dunk it, I guess. Rico with the ball. Now it's going to be knocked away, and that is that Irvin?
Yep,
Irvin King. Now Martinez has it, 12 seconds, 62-40. Back to Martinez, and that's going to end it here from Snowflake High School. Your final score this evening, 62-40.
That's 21 points for the Lobos in the fourth quarter.
So we're going to go right away, folks, to our post-game show. And I'm going to get, first of all, I'm going to get Mr. Clare's thoughts overall on the quarter before we go to our Horn Auto Center drive of the game. So, Mr. Clare, what do you have for us?
Well, Snowflake only had 2 turnovers that quarter and just dominated on the boards, hit some shots. Those 2 3-pointers really opened it up. 21-7, I believe, was the quarter score. So just complete domination in that fourth quarter. But gonna have another big game in Holbrook later in the season. They always play well against each other, and Delmar will have.
He'll have his boys
ready. Let's just put it that way.
And I'm already hoping we cover that one just because I love that atmosphere. And Holbrook going back is going to be a great game. So let's segue to our Horn Auto Center drive of the game. The Chevy Cadillac and GMC store that saves you more. And we're going to go ahead and give us our Horn Auto Center drive of the game.
So the drive of the game was that 8-0 run in the fourth quarter. It just totally changed the dynamics of the game. It was 47-40. And Snowflake went on an 8-0 run to go up by 15. That's the drive of the game.
Next, we have our Deemer's Glass Man of the game. And we had a little discussion about this, and I liked it. Go ahead and give us our Glass Man of the game.
Well, we were thinking Gian Jones, but we switched at the last minute. We're going with Liam Brewer. Just great in the fourth quarter. Got rebounds, got putbacks, hit a big 3 in the corner. Just handled the glass on the defensive side and was able to do that.
So now we're going to go, and we appreciate Coach Clare, Joe Clare, joining us this evening. He's always going to be Coach Clare to me. And I'm going to be joined by our Mountain Mobile Auto Glass and Tint player of the game. And I'm joined by number 5, the senior for the Snowflake Lobos, Gian Jones. Congratulations on the win. Tell us about the game.
Man, I love playing Holbrook. No matter where it is, bring their best game. Love the competition. Love everything about playing them. Great guys.
Coach Clare and Joe Clare and I were talking about that, and one of the things that we said is you guys got to go play them at their place, and that's never going to be an easy game.
Yep.
And Coach Johnson's going to have his Roadrunners ready for you guys. But tonight you were able to pull off the big win, and I want you to talk real briefly about your fourth quarter because you had foul trouble, and that threw off your momentum. We all saw it. But you came in that fourth quarter, you settled down, you didn't cut your play any. Tell us about your fourth quarter and your performance.
Man, I don't know. Once it reaches that fourth quarter and it's a close game, it's like I just have another level of driving me, and I'm not ready to lose this game. I'm ready to put it away.
Well, good for you because you guys ended up with a 62-40, way closer than the score indicated. So congratulations. I want to give us a shout out to one of your teammates tonight that you played with that just played ball.
Honestly, I can't name a single person. I'd have to say anybody who got in. My whole team, even on the bench when I was in, those defensive chants really helped me keep up my good drive on defense. I couldn't do anything without my bench and the rest of the team.
I love it. I love giving credit to the team. So one thing I want to talk about is moving forward, you guys have the Epic tournament over break. And then you come back and it's region and it's boom, 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 boom. Moving into region, how do you guys see yourselves matching up? Where do you guys see yourself in the region? Do you see yourself as dogs on the bottom and we're going to work for everything we have? Or do you see yourselves in the middle of the pack? Where do you feel your team is right now and where you're going to be?
We definitely have some things to work on, but when push comes to shove, I believe that we will be number 1 in our region.
I love it. So, folks, thank you, Gian, and congratulations on the win. Thank you for joining us on our broadcast. Congratulations to you. Congratulations to Coach Smith and the Lobos, and we will look for some of those scores from the Epic tournament.
Sweet. Thank you.
Have a great night and enjoy your Christmas break.
Thank you. You too.
All right, your final tonight from Snowflake High School as the Lobos defeat the Holbrook Roadrunners by a final score of 62-40. And before I leave, the score was not how the game went. So, for myself, for Mr. Joe Clare, for our cameraman, for Robin, for Jeff, for Michael, for Mel and the truck, our producer, for putting this broadcast together. Good night from Snowflake High School. Again, your final on Shola Ford's presentation, 62-40 in favor of the Snowflake Lobos. This has been Shola Ford's presentation of high school basketball on iTalk 106.7 and worldwide on iTalk1067.com. Good night from Snowflake High School, and we'll see you next time. Thank you.
This has been Shola Ford's presentation of high school basketball on iTalk 106.7 KNKI Pinetop and iTalk1067.com. Brought to you in part by Northland Pioneer College, Ace Hardware of the White Mountains, Deemer's Glass, Mountain Mobile Auto Glass and Tint, Summit Healthcare Regional Medical Center, Horn Auto Center, Honda Ski and Outdoor Sports, and Comfort Fit Dentures. This broadcast has been a copyrighted production of iTalk 1067 and Country Mountain Airwaves, a Kopaniki communication station. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, or use of this broadcast without the express written consent of iTalk 1067 or Country Mountain Airwaves is strictly prohibited. For more information on this game and other games around the region, go to iTalk1067.com.